today I'm going to show you how you can prototype your board game idea or tabletop RPG idea, anything that you want really, into Tabletop Simulator. So, first of all, Tabletop Simulator is a paid game. It's on Steam for about $26, but it goes on sale pretty often. So definitely wishlist it and keep a lookout for that. But yeah, to get started, on the main menu here, all you have to do is hit Create and Single Player, and then you're presented with this screen here. So in Classic, you'll see that there's a bunch of already pre-made games here. So you have like checkers, you have chess, etc. So for example, if we go into chess right here, you'll see that we have a bunch of pieces, and Tabletop Simulator is a very physics-based game. So what you can do is you can just hold right-click to move your camera around, WASD to actually move your camera. You can do space to get this like kind of bird's eye view. And then, yeah, you can hold middle mouse click to pan as well. So very standard kind of 3D application controls. And then now what you can do is you can hover over a piece and you can grab it and then you can move it like so. So I don't know what kind of opening I'm playing here, but something. Um, and then yeah, what you can also do is you can you'll kind of see it more on a piece like a knight. You can hold Q and E to rotate. Um, and you'll kind of see that snapping here. So some games have these snap points, which is very nice. So you can kind of just snap pieces into place, which is very nice for grid-based games. Um, so yeah, what you do is you can just you can also clone pieces here. So if I wanted to cheat in chess, then I could make new pieces. But what we want to do is we want to create our own game. Chess is nice and all, but I think that we can be a better game designer than whoever made this game. Um, some random person, surely. So what you do is you just go to games here. Um, you can go to classics. You can go to custom here. Just exit out here. So you see that you kind of are created or presented with like a bunch of just random pieces, kind of as a suggestion as of things that you can use to create a game. So you have like these pawns here. You actually have dice, which if you press R on, you can actually roll, and the result is truly random. Um, and then yeah, you can also right click on this and import a custom board, which is interesting. So what we'll do is we'll get rid of all these pieces here. Feel free to play around with them though, if you're following along. And we will import our own board. So for today, for our prototype, what we're going to do is we're going to create a version of tic-tac-toe, where instead of being on a team, so instead of being O's or X's, you have to draw a card and then you have to place that card instead. So it will make more sense once we actually start demoing it. So what you do is you right-click on this custom board. It will ask for an image here. So you can give it an image URL, like something from, I don't know, your favorite image hosting site, or you can go to Browse Local Files. And then what we'll do is you'll see that I have a few images prepared here. So you can just find any kind of square tic-tac-toe board like this online. That's what I did. And then just click Open. And then it will ask you to upload the file to the Steam Cloud or load from local disk. So you want to probably upload it to the Steam Cloud 9 times out of 10. This just means that anybody who is also playing your game with you will also get those images because it will be hosted on Steam. Whereas if you do it from local, then only you can ever see that. So usually just do cloud and then just upload and then hit import. And then ta-da, we have our own tic-tac-toe board. And now what you can do is, like the chess game had, you can go to this point tool, you can enable snap, then you can just kind of click on these points to add snap points, which will be very handy in a moment. Um, so yeah, just make a little grid. Doesn't have to be perfect, though mine certainly is not. And also, if you ever want to move the board, you can click on this gizmo tool here. You can click on the board, and then you can either move it using the numbers there, or what I'll do is I'll just like set it to 0, 0. Well, maybe you don't want that. Maybe you want it up a little higher. So yeah, I'll move the board there. And then yeah, Perfect. So now we want to import our own cards. Let me just move the board up a little more. So the way that you do that is you click on Objects, you go to Components, and you go again to Custom here. So you'll see that we can also add a custom board through here. You can also add a custom card, which we're going to do right now. So what we can do is we can just place that card down and then right click on it. And then it's asking us for a face image and a back image. We can also select the type of card, so we can have it be a rectangle card with rounded corners, or just a regular rectangle card, or even hex cards, or even a circle card. We'll stick with rectangle rounded for now. And then for the face and back cards, they can be any dimensions, but you just want to make sure that they're the same dimensions. So I'll just browse local files. So for the front, we'll start with the O, and then I'll add that. Then much the same, you'll do cloud, upload, and then you'll do the same for the back. So cloud, upload, and then we'll import. And as you see, we actually have our card here, which is really cool. So we'll add the other card as well. So instead of this time, we'll do card x.png, and then we will do card back.png again, and then we will import. So yeah, there we go. We have our two different cards, and we can now place them on the board like this. But that's not enough cards. We'll definitely need some more. So what you can actually do is, let's move the cards up here. Um, I'll select this and then rotate it like so. You can select these and then do Control C, Control V. Um, don't worry about that. Uh, there's like invisible player hands here, which I'll explain in a moment. Um, then you can like create multiple copies of these. So let's just have 5 of each. Then what you can do is you can select them all, and then you can kind of like drag them like that. You just shake your mouse around, and then it will put them all into a deck, which is really cool because you can right click on a deck, you can shuffle it like so, you can cut it, split it, you can spread it out on a table even, so you can kind of see how it looks like after it's been shuffled. And then what you can also do is you can just shake it once again to sometimes it's a little awkward. If ever you're shaking it and it's not going back into a pile, just right click it, highlight, right click, and group. That's much easier. Yeah, so now we'll just flip this over. So you hold it by clicking and holding, and then pressing F, and you flip it over. And if you just hover and press R on it, then you can shuffle it really easily. So now what we'll do is we will actually try playing the game. So the way that this game will work, just as an example, is I will pretend to be player one. I will draw a card, flip it over, and then it's X. So I'll place this anywhere I want. So I'll place this right here. Now let's pretend I'm player two. I draw a card, and it's also X. Now I don't know if I want to let it be a 3 yet because I don't know if I'm going to be the one who would draw the next deck. So like let's say I placed it here, and now as player one again. If I drew an X here and put it here, I would have won. But instead I draw an O. So I'll place that here and block it just in case player two draws an X again. And oh, they did. They would have won if I didn't block that. So this is a very scuffed version of tic-tac-toe, but it's just to kind of show off the things that you can do in this tabletop simulator. Um, Additionally, you can even do funnier things, like if we go to objects, we go to components, tools. We can add even like an MP3 player if you wanted. There's a lot of things that you can just kind of play around with. So I don't know, let's go sandcastles. I like this one. Now we have some music playing. And now what you can also do is you can save this game. So if we go to games, we go to save and load, we can just save our game as custom tic-tac-toe, and we have it saved. And then if you wanted to have anyone on Steam be able to play it, you can even go to modding here. You can go to workshop upload, and then you can give it a title, description, and actually put it on workshop, which is really cool. Yeah, and so we'll reset this for now. We'll just group this together and then put the cards back where they belong. Um, yeah, so that's essentially how you can kind of prototype your own stuff. If you go to objects and custom again, you can add a lot of different types of things. You can even add tokens, figurines, you can add card decks, which is a bit more of an advanced topic. Same with adding new 3D models, of course. You can even add a custom PDF, so you can import your rules into the game if you want somebody to actually be able to read it inside of the game, which is really fun. So, as a bit of a fun demo, what I'll do is I will load one of the pre-made games, which is called Jigsaw. And then what you can do is you'll see I have an image already here. You can actually import your own image and it will turn into a jigsaw puzzle. So you'll see I imported an image. I'll give you a minute to try to guess what it is before I reveal. And by minute, I mean a few seconds. So in case you couldn't guess, uh, yeah, you can make really anything into a jigsaw puzzle. It's quite wonderful. And then you can even try to solve it by, I don't know, you can try to put the puzzle pieces in if you want. Yeah. Great power comes great responsibility. Just do what you think is best. But yeah, that's all I have for Tabletop Simulator today. Maybe I'll make a follow-up video showing more of the advanced features in the game, like importing your own 3D models and decks of cards, and there's even Lua scripting inside of Tabletop Simulator, so that you can do some very advanced things. For example, there's this one game called Twilight Imperium 4, which is my favorite board game, and somebody went in and added a ton of Lua scripts to it. So, for example, if you see that there's like an empty game board here, you can just configure it and then hit setup, and then it will do a bunch of things in the background to set everything up. That's definitely beyond the scope of this video, though. So, if you want to learn more, I might make another video. And there's also tons of resources online. Just feel free to search those up, and people have definitely made tutorials on Lua scripting. So, yeah, that is all for today. Thanks for watching, and I hope that you make some interesting games with Tabletop Simulator.